Okay, you're streaming, girl.
Awesome. Let's do this. Hey, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hey, if this is the first time that you've joined us, we're glad that you're here. I'm Ellen Winn. You've been getting my emails. If you don't know me already, you've been getting my emails. That's because I'm your senior team leader. Well, it doesn't mean that I personally sponsored you. You may have come in through my link where I did personally sponsor you, or you may have joined through someone in my team. I have one of, if not the largest team inside of David Allen Capital. Got thousands of agents in my organization. Many are very inactive. In fact, many are going to be deleted out of the DAC system in the near future if they don't go in and renew their position. But boy, DAC is at an exciting time right now, and I'm going to cover a few things with you. So if you don't already have pen and paper, please grab that. You're going to want to take some notes. As my co-host, I have Harlequin Murray. I personally sponsored Harlequin. Let's see, I've been with the AC for 6 years. She came in a year after I've been here. So she's been here 5 years, and she and I have been doing these team Zooms together for over 3 years now, every Monday at 9 p.m. Unless it's a holiday or something last minute comes up. I know a couple weeks ago I had to cancel. I had some technical issues and had to put it on hold. But we do these every week. And the purpose of this meeting is to give you guys a platform to get your questions answered, discuss any concerns or issues that you're having, but mainly for me to help you grow your business. Not only do I have one of the largest teams, but I have more customers than most, if not all other DAC agents. And I have customers in every service that we market. So I can truly help you from experience on the recruiting side, from the team building side, and from the customer gathering side. Okay, so let me help you. I'm going to get us into screen share, go through a few things with you, and then I'm going to open up for any questions that you have. Okay, so let me get us in slide share mode and go through, and we'll kick us off with the top recruiters for the month. We were doing these every week, and I decided it was better use of my time to do it once a month, but we had a really nice month last month. We're starting to see the recruiting numbers grow, and that's really what should be happening. Okay, so for the month of July, again, in first place, Ben Randall's was on the top of the charts in June, and again in first place for July with 8 new recruits. Congratulations, Ben. In second place, we had Hendricks Industries Corporation with 7 new recruits. Congratulations to you. In third place, Mark Politi with 6 new recruits. Congratulations, Mark. In fourth place, I came in with 5 new recruits. In fifth place, we had a tie, a 4-way, 4, 5, 6-way tie with Elaine Lang, EME Consulting, Marina Rojas, MVET Mastermind Group, Ronnie McKellar, and Squared Circle Funding. So congratulations to all of you in fifth place. In 11th place, we had a 3-way tie with Dream Merchants of Beverly Hills, Jennifer Huertas, Nelson Brown. Congratulations to you guys. And in 14th place, we had several tied there with 2 new recruits. So we had Anthony Janis, Anthony Thomas, Harlequin Murray, Jackson Properties, Madeline Barrios, Michael Monahan, Michelle Alston, Perksis LLC, and Sean Talty. So we had 9 people in that 14th position there. So to get your name on the board, you had to have at least 2 recruits to be name by name on the leaderboard. The good news is we had 63 people that recruited at least 1 person last month, and that's really up significantly. That's about a 30% increase in the number of team members that were recruiting overall. So if you recruited 1 person, congratulations to you as well. If you didn't recruit anyone, but you had conversations and you were sending out your link and inviting people to our live Zooms, congratulations to you as well, because it all starts with a conversation. It really is just that simple. And the more conversations that you're willing to have, the more success you're going to have. So congratulations for those of you that are getting the message out and letting people know about DAC. All right, so top recruiters. Next thing I want to talk about real quick is our calendar of events, okay? Monday, our leadership Zooms. For those of you that have been around, we've had leadership Zooms on Monday, 11:30 for forever, since I've been with DAC. And here recently, David has moved that to an invitation only for those that are team trainer or above. So we're going to talk about getting to super trainer, the incentive that we have in place for the end of August, so that you guys can get to team trainer and start being included on these leadership meetings. It's going to be imperative that you do that so that you can be a part of the driving force behind the growth of DAC. And then, of course, Monday, we do my team Zoom. This link is different than all of the other Zooms. All the corporate Zooms are at daczoom.com. Tomorrow, we've got a jam-packed day. I don't have it on the calendar here, but tomorrow is first Tuesday of the month. So that means not only do we have our healthcare overview, and I've got some important updates tomorrow at 11:30 on healthcare. There have been some changes to our health share plan. So you want to make sure that you're on that. If you can't be on it, it'll be recorded and you can watch the replay. I'll send that out. But we've got some updates to that you don't want to miss. Tomorrow at noon, I'm doing a live business opportunity presentation. David sent out a challenge to us earlier tonight. He posted it in the Facebook group. He sent it out to me by text message and several other leaders. And here's the challenge. Every one of you on here tonight, I challenge you to have at least one guest join us tomorrow at noon Eastern time on the BizOp that I'm doing live. Okay. Guys, it's so easy when you're working with someone like you're working with me, whether you work directly with me or not, or whether you're on the team and you're getting my emails, you've got access to me, okay? And I'm the highest ranked field leader in the company. I was the first person to ever hit area director back a couple of years ago, and I've got my finger on the pulse of what's going on with DAC. And all of you that are listening to this and all of you that are on my team have an advantage over the majority of other agents in DAC. Why? Because you have an active upline. You have someone that's plugged in. You have someone that is out here doing the business, getting customers, and doing live presentations. So your invitation for tomorrow at noon, say, hey, when you're sending out those invitations, use the app, but in the message, you can tweak it and say, hey, are you open to do you keep your options open for making money outside of what you're currently doing? If they say yes, say, great, I've got some information I'd like to share with you. In fact, I'd like to invite you to a noon presentation with a lady that I'm working with directly. She's one of the top leaders in her company, and she's doing a 30-minute overview of our opportunity. Something on those lines. But when you personalize it and you let people know, you're edifying the speaker, you're edifying the message, okay? So you're edifying me as a team leader, you're working directly with me, and making that invitation personal when you're inviting people, and be excited about it. There's two ways to invite. You can invite someone and you say, hey, are you open to looking at something? I got something I want to share with you. Or if you're talking to them and you're excited and you're saying, hey, listen, do you keep your options open for making extra money outside of what you're currently doing? Yes. Great. I've got some great information I'd like to share with you. It may or may not be a good fit, but it'll only take you a few minutes to figure out. Are you available to jump on a Zoom tomorrow at noon? I'm working directly with this lady. She's doing a business opportunity presentation, and she does a jam-up job of covering everything about her company in 30 minutes or less. Can you join? Have some enthusiasm when you invite, right? And you'll have more people there. So my challenge to you is to get somebody on the noon Zoom tomorrow, a guest, not just you showing up by yourself, but you need to be there too. We need to start picking up the numbers that are on these Zooms, right? Because think about it. When a guest is looking at the opportunity and they can see how many people are on the Zoom, if that room has 100 people in it, that's way more impactful to the guest than if they're looking and they see 20 people on the Zoom, right? So let's start getting yourself on there, reaching out to your team, letting your team know that they need to be on there. It'll get them re-energized. If you've got people in your team that haven't been plugged into DAC, they need to know what's going on right now, because guys, we got some really good stuff coming, and y'all need to plug in and lock in and be here on all the Zooms that are happening so that you can catch the enthusiasm and catch the wave that is about to happen here with DAC. So we've got that noon presentation, and then tomorrow night for our first Tuesday of the month at 8 p.m., David Rutz, our company founder, is going to also be doing a business opportunity presentation. And then he's following that at 9 p.m. with a special training. Okay. Now, you're probably going, okay, why are we got 2 Zooms tomorrow? Guys, if you really want to lock in and build your business, I remember back in the days when I ran a training center, back when I met Harlequin, she was one of those guests that came through the training center through someone in my team that was inviting people in. And back in those days, we were open Monday through Saturday, and Monday through Friday, we did 3 live presentations during the day. We did a 10 a.m., a 2 p.m., and a 4 p.m. 3 a day, Monday through Friday. And then on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, we did a live evening presentation. And then on Saturdays, we did a super Saturday, every single Saturday of the year. Okay. That's how we built a business. That's how we grew the business. We didn't have the luxury of having the internet and having all the Zooms and videos accessible like we do today. But still, even though you have that, sometimes people get lazy and they take it for granted, but you need to have that sense of urgency and that invite, because what happens if you'll invite people to the noon presentation tomorrow to come see what I have to present, if they like what they see, and if they say, hey, this is awesome, I want to get started, now we're going to teach them that there's a 8 p.m. presentation. So now they've got a chance to come in, get started with us, and invite people to the next presentation. That's how you do what we call recruit to invite. Okay. You recruit people, and those new people invite new people. And all of a sudden, not only you are inviting, but you got a handful of new people getting started who are inviting, and they come to the next meeting and they bring on new people who are also inviting. And then you start seeing some unbelievable growth in your business. It can happen if you're just one person, if you're just new and you don't have anybody on your team yet. Trust and believe what I'm telling you, because I've been doing this for years and I've experienced it myself. I've never started in any company that I've ever been in outside of just me. I've started by myself, and I've built a team from the ground up in every company I've ever worked in, but I didn't go at it alone. When I got started with DAC, the day that I signed up, I brought someone else to the presentation to look at me. And because I invited Glenn to come look at the presentation, he saw the opportunity, and he had a whole bunch of people that were already on board with him. And he started showing the DAC opportunity to them. And my team blew up just because of that one person that I invited to come look. So you never know who is going to take this and run with it. But your best bet is to not prejudge anyone. You want to just think about who you know. Who would you like to have on your board of directors? If you were starting this company and if you had a major investment, financial investment in it, and you had to make it succeed, who would you want helping you build your team? And that's who you need to be inviting to come take a look at this. Okay. We've got more trainings there Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 11:30 Eastern time. We've got those. But guys, here's the deal. DAC is in process of massively moving into phase 2 of our growth. And we've been saying this since we launched the pharmacy plan. There have been a lot of things going on behind the scenes, but David has been talking about bringing on some licensed insurance products. Okay. And those products are going to change the way DAC is doing business. Okay. Now, you're going to have to be a licensed insurance agent to be able to get paid on those licensed products, but it doesn't change anything about what you currently have with DAC. If you're focused on funding and that's what you want to do, then don't worry about getting licensed if you don't want to. Okay. But for you to be eligible to earn on your team, if you got a team that they're going out and they're licensed, and we've already got a lot of licensed agents in DAC, if they're going out and getting insurance, health or life insurance clients, for you to get paid as a team leader, you're going to have to get licensed on that, because legally DAC cannot pay anyone commissions unless they are a licensed agent. So it's going to change the way that DAC does business in a really good way. And I look at it like this. It's going to step up the game on the people that are attracted to DAC. We're going to be more attractive to a lot more professionals. Not that we don't have a lot of professionals now. It always amazes me when I talk to people in the team. I'm going to come off here for a minute. It always amazes me when I talk to people in our team, new people in our organization, that I'm finding out that they have a mortgage background, or they're a realtor, or they have an insurance license. DAC is attractive to professionals as it is. Why? Well, because we're a commission-based organization, and those professional entrepreneurial types are already in that commission-based type of business, right? So DAC is a great fit for those folks anyway, but we're going to be able to step up our game on the quality of agents that come to David Allen Capital, and also the quality of agents that stay. David's working behind the scenes right now on a commission plan for that, so that his goal is to be able to have the plan where it will pay licensed agents as much as they would be making at street level as an agent outside of DAC. And then there be money in the compensation plan to pay an upline too. So it's not going to be the same 50-50 split that we have now. But I look at it like this. I'd much rather have a little bit of a whole lot of activity and a whole lot of people having success than a whole lot of a little bit of activity, because we're limiting the people that want to do business, do the insurance business or mortgage business through DAC. So we've got licensed insurance products and licensed mortgage products in the near future for DAC. The contracts are already signed. It's a matter of getting everything launched and ready to roll. So it's time to step up your game. Who would I be looking for at this point in where we are? I would look for anyone who you know that's already a licensed insurance agent. Chances are they don't have access to the same products that we currently have today. Okay. I know they don't have the RX plan, and we're rolling into a time with Medicare open enrollment in October, November with Medicare, and Medicare plans are changing. So there's a huge need for a RX plan in the marketplace. Then we also have open enrollment in general. We're trying to get these programs live so that by the time open enrollment for the Affordable Care Act or healthcare.gov opens up in November, that we'll be able to have our license program there so that we can get paid on those plans. Right now, when we're referring people through Clearwater, we only get paid on the health share plan, right? DAC is not getting paid on the Affordable Care Act. And we always send people through, if they're a great fit for health share, that's what they sign them up on. But some people, because of pre-existing conditions, are ending up on the major medical plan, and others, because of the supplements, are ending up on the Affordable Care Act. So we've got all of that in front of us. If you've not heard me talk about it on the Tuesday Zooms, I personally have a 300, actually it's a 450 employee group. It's over 700 lives. I've got that in play right now with healthcare, with our new platform. I'm kind of giving it a trial run behind the scenes here before we go live with it. And I can tell you right now, we've already gotten back a quote that's going to save that company $1 million plus. That's just on the healthcare piece. When we add the supplemental plans into it, it's going to save them even more money versus what they're spending right now. So I reported back to the HR team and the C-level executives. They're a part of a committee there, and they are ecstatic. They cannot wait to hear what we have to present to them. These are full board health insurance plans with great coverage versus the similar coverage that they have now, and a huge savings. So we've got a really big opportunity in front of us, and I want every one of you guys to win. But to do that, you're going to have to get busy. Okay. You're going to have to go get some personal customers. When we talk about recruiting is great and it's a part of the business, but you've got to go get personal customers too. Otherwise, you'll never be eligible to earn on your team. When you first get started with DAC, your first 90 days, let me pull up a slide. Your first 90 days, you are qualified in the pay plan to, let me go over here. In your first 90 days, you're qualified to earn on your personally enrolled agents. But after 90 days, if you don't get yourself to 200 in personal client revenue, you're no longer qualified to earn on your personally enrolled agents. So your first 90 days, you need to be on a breakneck speed run to go get yourself qualified. But most importantly, we need to be getting you to Super Trainer, which is right here. This is Super Trainer. This is the diagram. Starting and building 1, 2, 3, repeat. First, if you don't already have clients, you need to go get 50 in personal client revenue this week. Don't drag it out and say, oh, I'll get it by the end of the month, because for you to get qualified at Super Trainer and to get 8th level qualified, which is the big deal about getting to Super Trainer, you got to do these steps. You got to get to qualified agent first. That's just the process, getting yourself to 50 points. And then you want to move on up to get to 100 points. And then you want to move on up to get to 200. So you're personally looking and working on getting clients. The clients that are going to get you qualified this month are going to be funding. Those clients show up immediately, unless it's a giggle. Giggle won't show up until next month, because we get paid on giggle the month after they get funded. Traditional funding, the bigger funding, we get paid now, and we get that volume the day before we get paid. Okay, so volume always shows up when we get paid. So to get to qualified agent funding clients, or RX plan clients, or identity theft protect clients, which that link is available through davidallencapital.com. If you go down to additional services, just add your ID number to the end of that link. And then that would be it on immediate services, unless you already have a healthcare client that started. If you've got a healthcare client that started in July, like July the 1st, then you can expect that to show up this month for qualifications. And that's $40 in personal volume for every healthcare client that started July 1st or sooner. Okay. If you got payment processing clients, those would have had to have started in June or earlier for that volume to show up in August. And that's pretty much it. A line of credit, those show up immediately too. Okay. But be working on this plan, and it means you need to have some conversations with people. I've been tweaking, as has David, been tweaking the conversation about our RX program. And I know that what we've been saying with RX, people just aren't getting it. So it's not the service, it's the messaging that we have in place. So I'm tweaking that. I want to go to one more slide here and show you that one right there. Getting yourself to Super Trainer. Those of you that have just started, if you're just now getting started in the month of August, August 1st or forward, you have until the end of your first full month to get to Super Trainer. So if you started August 1st or after, you've got until the end of September to get to Super Trainer. But all of us that have been here all along have until the end of August to get to Super Trainer. What is Super Trainer? Well, that qualifies you for 8th level pay in the compensation plan. You know, when we go through the comp plan, we've got our personal commissions, what we earn on our personal customers. Then we've got our enroller bonuses and residuals if we're building a team. Then the third way we get paid is our 7 level pay, that residual pay where we earn 25% of our 7-level team's income. Okay. This allows you to get qualified to earn on your 8th level. And in this example, this is a 3x3. So let's say you get started, you sign up 3 people, and each of those sign up 3, who sign up 3, who sign up 3. On your 7th level, you would have 2,187. But when they all do the triple multiplication, then that puts 6,561 agents on just your 8th level in the compensation plan. So that number alone will far exceed the total number of agents that you probably will have in levels 1 through 7. So do everything that you have to do to get yourself qualified for super trainer. Okay. All right. I'm going to come off the screen share again and just get back to conversation. What can I do to help you? Do you need me to give you examples? What I would say, do a role play? Is there a question, an obstacle that you've run across where you had a conversation with somebody and they gave you an objection you just didn't know how to handle? Is there anything there that you want to discuss or ask questions about tonight? Okay, if you will, just raise your hand under the React button down there at the bottom of the screen and we'll recognize you. And Ron LeBrain, keep getting tossed off of Zoom. I don't know what's going on there with you, Ron. Sorry about that. Don't know. 4 times. Oh my goodness. I can see
4 times I've been tossed off. I just came in off the 5th.
All right. Well, that's determination, and that's what you got to do. Ron, you're a great example of people going and asking someone, hey, are you spending do you know someone spending more than $20 a month on prescription drugs? Nope. Okay, there's one you just got kicked out of. Go to the next one. Do you know anyone spending more than $20 a month on prescription medication? Nope. Go to the next one. It may take 4 or 5 attempts before you get someone that says yes. But guys, that's when you hit gold. You're going to have a conversation with them and you're going to be able to take them through the prescriptions that they're on, or they can go look them up on their own. And then you're going to be able to really make an impact in somebody's life by showing them how they can spend $20 a month and get all their prescription medication. All right. Okay. Anybody got questions? Harlequin, am I missing anything?
No, I think you got it. And Ron got kicked off. He got kicked off and came back in, and then he got kicked off again. And he's the only one who's gotten kicked off like that. So I don't know. It's something on his side.
Gotcha.
Now we've got someone from a comment from Christie. Says, how do we request a co-host for Zoom meetings we would like to set up outside the regular schedule?
Yeah, and I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. Can you either come on and ask that or be a little bit more specific?
Yeah, I think she's wanting to do her own Zooms.
Right. Well, that's what I'm thinking too, but I'm not sure exactly what the question is 100%. Hey, Norma, how are you?
Hi, good evening, everyone. Hi, Ellen. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you so much for asking. So I just want, the lady who asked this question right now, and if it is that she was asking that question, just gave me, now I want to know the same thing. If you are open to doing like Zooms where we have like tomorrow, right? What the first Tuesday of the month, which is a great time to invite others that we think would be interested in the opportunity. But if we do have individuals that might be interested, is that something that you can assist with, like where we would have like a minimum of like 15 attendees or something like that to talk about the opportunity?
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if you were on when we talked about it, but I'm also doing every Tuesday at noon Eastern time. we also are doing our live biz op. I'm hosting those on the
Oh, that's
DAC.
right. Yeah, that's right. I jumped on briefly last week. I was like, okay, that's great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, but great question, and I'm always happy to do those meetings. If you guys can pull together a group of people, whether it's for funding or whatever, if you want to bring on some agents talking about the opportunity and what we're going to be doing with mortgages or what we're doing with insurance and the opportunity there for them, we can tailor that business opportunity presentation to a specific group. And I know that you're in that mortgage space there.
Yes.
Norma. So
Great. Thank you.
good
Thank you
stuff.
so much.
Yeah, thanks for your question. Good to see you.
You too.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah, and Christie is on my team, and we had talked about that. So Christie, just give me a call.
Okay, awesome. And in general, if you, I'll give you how to do a co-host if you are hosting a Zoom. So if you're leading a Zoom, you have your own Zoom channel, then you can go down to that person under participants, and it shows you who the list is. And beside that participant, you've got three little dots off to the side, and that gives you options as to what you want to do for that participant. So like Harlequin is my co-host, and every time I start, I go select Harlequin and click those three little dots, and it gives me the option to make her the host or make her the co-host. And then once I select that, she has to accept it, or it has me confirm that I'm wanting to make her a co-host. So that's kind of the operational side if you're leading a Zoom. Okay. All right. Anybody else got questions? If not,
Actually, we have, there's somebody that's on their phone. It's 804 area code. They've unmuted themselves, so I'm guessing they want to talk.
Okay.
Hi, Harlequin and Ella. This is Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
Hi, how you doing? I can't remember. I've listened to someone speak about them having insurance. I wasn't sure if it was Dave call or the lady was on your call that she said that. I think she said she had life and health. Also, do you know if there will be, is he only going to be doing that for right now, or is he going to look at other licensed products in the future, like PNC insurance licenses as well?
That's a possibility, but right now the focus is on health and life, and then next step would be mortgages. Health and life is pretty much ready to go right now with a few programming things that need to be done on the DAC website. But as I said, I've got a client in process, so those contracts and relationships are already there for us to go live. We just don't have it live on the DAC end yet. So I'm kind of testing the waters for David. But yeah, we'll be looking at all that. But I'm glad you mentioned that, Rachel, on PNC. Here's the deal. I talk to a lot of different people through my relationships at the Chamber of Commerce. And, I've got a lot of referral partners that are PNC agencies where they own an agent or they work for an agency. And that's all they do is property and casualty. That's what PNC is, for those of you that don't know. And a lot of those brokers have a health and life insurance license, but they don't deal with health and life because they don't understand it or they don't have time to focus on it. So I see that as a huge recruiting opportunity where we've got a platform that's going to be very similar to our Bank Breezy platform, where we'll have an opportunity where you can refer people over and our team will do most of the work. There may be a couple of different compensation structures on that, but right now, property and casualty people are basically turning away health insurance leads. When one of their clients says, hey, do you guys do health insurance? They say, no, but I know someone who does. And they're referring them out. They're giving away money. So we've got an opportunity to bring those people into the fold under the DAC umbrella of services where they can utilize that license, still not have to know the ins and outs of healthcare other than keeping their license up, but be able to rely on our team of experts to help their clients get the right insurance plan, and then they'll be able to get compensated on the insurance referrals that they bring through DAC instead of totally passing it off to somebody else. So that's one of the big things that I see. In fact, that's going to be one of my target markets, talking to property and brokers and showing them how they can start getting paid on health insurance referrals by becoming an agent with us.
So if someone is a licensed PNC and they refer someone that's a licensed life and health through the DAC, will they be able to get paid, or they would have to be a licensed health and life insurance agent to get compensated?
Okay, when we have that licensed product, everybody that is wanting to get paid on health insurance products, they're going to have a health insurance license. Okay, so they can be a PNC agent and they can start building a team. And, you know, if they don't have their license initially, but their team is already licensed and writing business, then their team can start building, and that PNC agent can get their license. And once they get licensed, then they'll be able to start earning on new business that gets written in their organization. Same thing with all of you guys, all of us. You know, if you've got a team of agents right now, chances are, if your team's very large, chances are you already have some licensed insurance agents in your team. Like I said, it's amazing how many people in DAC that I talk to and they say, oh, I used to have my insurance license, or I have an insurance license, right? So we've already got a lot of licensed professionals. I know personally, I'm working on my license, because if I don't, I'm going to miss overrides on my organization. So I'm working on that. Plus I've got this big group, and I won't get paid on it when it does come to fruition if I don't have my license at the time. So more details will come on that. I just want to give you some of the behind the scenes views on what is coming to get you guys fired up and get you guys in motion and understanding the importance of and timing of getting to recruiting. Okay, because here's the deal: if you're not talking to people right now and you're not offering them this opportunity and painting the vision for what is to come with DAC and starting to build and get to super trainer on your own, you're going to be behind the 8 ball, and you're going to be missing out on some opportunities to recruit people. Because I assure you, when this goes live, buzz in the licensed insurance space, and people are going to be wanting to get involved with DAC. If it's going to be somebody that you know and could have recruited, but you didn't talk to them, that's going to be signing up through somebody else. And I don't want to see you miss that opportunity to be the sponsor of record for someone that you know right now that might be a great fit for DAC, but you're just hesitant to talk to them. Let the tools do the work. Send them through the website, invite them to the live presentations. You don't have to be the presentation, you just have to be the inviter, and our tools and presenters and presentation will do all the work for you. Hey, I see I've got Madeline with a hand up. Hey,
Ellen, before you call in Madeline, just really quick, you mentioned that you're working on getting your license. David is going to be announcing a partnership with a company that does training. So if you aren't licensed, don't panic yet. There's going to be a way for you to get that happening.
Yeah, he's probably going to announce that this week. He's got a couple of things. They've got one license program that covers most states, but not all states. So they're looking at a couple of other alternatives. The one I have already signed up with is one of the top rated licensing programs out there. And I think he's waiting to get a price back on that as to what type of discount that he can pass on to the field, and give you guys a referral code with a discount code so that you can start that process. Okay. And literally you can get licensed, about a 40-hour free licensing class. You can go through, you can spend 40 hours in 3 days, you know, if you want to do cram sessions, and then it's a matter of getting licensed through your state. Okay, let's go back to Madeline and ask to unmute. Hey, Madeline, how are you tonight?
Hi, I am doing great. Thank you for having me again, Ellen. Really love it here. So I have a question, because I am a national mortgage lender. And I know that we was, well, I had sent the email to David. I had sent it twice. I just wanted to know, like, when is that round table so that I can be a part of that round table. I do have a team of MLOs, so I, just wanted to have that information on
Yeah,
hand and just be a part of that round table.
perfect. Well, Harlequin, can you look up, David sent out an email that had 2 links in it. He sent it out. Can you look up that email and see what it was? It was a newsletter update, and tell us
Yeah.
what that subject line is so Madeline can find that.
Yeah, it came out on Wednesday. And I do know that the one for mortgages is going to probably be in another week or two. He's
Okay.
focusing on the life and health insurance, and I'll make sure that you see that. But there was an email that came out. It says huge raise if you ... and it's item number 4. So if you look at for that, it came out on Wednesday, July 31st.
Wednesday. Okay. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
back
'cause
into my emails.
he ran into a situation where he had all these different people replying back to his email, and it was getting a little bit unwieldy. So he's having it set up where it automatically puts you into an email list for him.
Oh,
Basically join.
Oh, all right. Let me go ahead and go back and do it again because I didn't get that. But
You probably signed
I
up the
think I
first time.
did, and then
Yeah, you probably signed up the first time he sent it out, and he did send the second one.
Okay.
Put your name and your email address in there.
Okay,
and
no problem.
Harlequin, do you have that email open? You can paste that in the chat if you want. Or I will. I've got it open right now. I'll put it in the chat for everybody to look at.
Okay. But we'll make sure you're on that call, Madeline.
Okay.
Register for Life and Health Insurance Roundtable is the first link. Register for the Mortgage Roundtable call is the second link. So if you can see that in the chat, then those are your 2 appropriate links to go in and register, whichever applies, or maybe both apply if you're licensed with both. That'd be awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Thank you. I just registered. Thank you.
Awesome.
Hey,
Awesome. All
hey,
set. then.
Ellen.
Okay.
Ellen,
Yes.
this is Rachel. I had another question, and before I got muted. Sorry about that. So you mentioned you was working on getting your life and health insurance. So I guess my question is, since you're doing that, once you get the license, do you have to sign up with a company, or you just hold on to that license and go wherever you want to go with whatever company? I mean, I know we're going to be doing, going through DAC, but I'm just saying, once you receive your license, that license can be applied at, any company. You don't have to, like, for instance, with real estate, I guess here in Virginia, if you get a license in Virginia, they don't let you hold your license in hand. You have to actually be under a broker. Once that license, you have to have a assigned broker automatically. So I didn't know how that works with life and health.
Well, if I had my license already, I would know exactly how to answer that question. But I'm in the process. But my understanding is that you will, and I forget the term. Somebody help me for the term. It's not assignment. You get
Contracted.
okay.
Yeah, contract.
Endorse.
Two.
In mortgages is an endorsement. I don't know about life insurance.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, all of that will be handled for you. The good news is you don't have to know. It'll all be handled, and DAC will roll out how that will work. Your main thing right now is that if you don't have those licenses, go get them. Okay, and we'll worry about all of that assignment or the whatever the term is going to be to get you connected through DAC. So it'll be handled, but I can tell you this on the health and life insurance, we've got contracts with dozens of companies, from one person up to hundreds or thousands of employees. On life, we've got several companies in the mix. We've got all of the supplemental plans, life, disability. Life is not a supplemental. Well, it is supplemental, but critical illness, short-term, long-term, dental, vision, all of those supplemental plans, everything that you can imagine, we're going to have it in the mix of supplementals. They pay great commissions, and I can't wait to bring that to the table because we're going to be able to do all of that in a very simplified system. So I haven't seen behind the engine totally. I've just kind of talked it through with the conversations that we've had. But one other thing I want to say on this, I share that I've got this conversation going with a large group. Okay, guys, whatever you do, don't go try to be an elephant hunter. Okay, don't go try to be an elephant hunter. And try to find, because it'll put you in the mix with anybody else out there. I got this door open because of a relationship. It is a warm market. And, you guys may have seen the picture with David Rutz and me and Harlequin and Bob and Emmett and Alan out in front of the OK Cafe where David came through Atlanta yesterday and happened to buy our lunch for us to come out and meet with him. That was great getting to see him. But I shared with everybody at the table, every single one of my customers in all aspects of the business have been through warm market relationships, with the exception of some funding clients. And I've had funding clients that have found me either through a Craigslist ad or through Google. They just Googled and were able to find me because I've had a presence on Google for a long time. It's not paid ads. It's just organic listings where I've created business listings. But outside of that, every client that I've ever gotten has been through a warm market relationship or a referral from a warm market contact. Okay, so I'm not out trying to do door knocking. I'm not out trying to cold call people. I'm working the relationships that I have. I went to a ribbon cutting today with my Chamber of Commerce, and I met the owner of a clinic. This is their 5th location in the state of Georgia, and he's so excited. He said now they are the largest of their type practice in the state of Georgia. Well, I met the owner and all the C-level executives of this group of doctors' offices. Guess what? I'm going to talk to them and say, hey, what are you guys doing for healthcare? I'm going to get that door open. I stood and talked to the lady, and we talked about where she lived and just personal stuff to create a warm relationship. Now I'm going to follow up, and I'm going to say, hey, it was nice meeting you at the ribbon cutting yesterday. We didn't get a chance to talk business, but I wanted to see when we might have a few minutes for a phone call. And then I'm going to ask her, what are you guys doing for healthcare? And I'm also going to ask and say, look, my agency is in financial services, and we also have a health insurance division, and I'm saving my customers thousands of dollars a year. In fact, I've got a quote in for a large organization right now that's going to save them over $1 million a year. Would it make sense to you to let us take a look at your healthcare or take a look at your payment processing to see how much we might be able to save you as well? That's the conversation I'm having with people, folks, and it's really that simple. All of what I just said is basically in the Getting Started training, and if it's not word for word there, then watch this video on the replay and listen to what I'm telling you I say, because what I'm telling you on here is exactly what I say in real life conversations, and it works. It engages people, and when they realize that you're really here to help them saving money, whether it be on prescription drugs, on their health care, on their payment processing. And if you pose the question the right way, would it make sense for us to take a look to see if we can save you some money? Most people are going to say yes. Who's going to say, well, no, that doesn't make sense to me? Nobody is, right? They're going to be open to having that conversation to see where you can help them keep more money on their bottom line. Madeline, do you have your hand up again, or is that from a minute ago? I think you've got it up again.
Oh, I had put it in the chat. So what I just stated was, with the mortgages, you do have to hang your license with a with a bank, basically, whether you're on a national level, if that bank is on a national level, or just per state, but your NMLS number do have to be hung with that one particular company person.
Gotcha. Yeah, and as I said, this is uncharted territory for me, and DAC is still trying to navigate all of the ins and outs of that. But we're going to be in a position where we're hoping that there's going to be compensation that will be lucrative enough for major brokerages to bring their entire brokerage and team over to DAC. That's the vision. That's what David painted vision wise to us at our lunch yesterday. I've got some more questions here in the chat. Thank you for that, Madeline. Was there anything else that you wanted to share or had questions? Okay, all good.
No, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Let's see. How will this impact existing healthcare services? I'm guessing this will open up more healthcare options in addition to Clearwater. Exactly. Yes, Norma. The Clearwater team is actually helping me quote this big client that I have right now. So we're still working hand in hand with them. It's just going to add in a whole lot of other services into the mix of their health share, their major medical, and the relationships that they have outside of there. So they'll be one of the brokers that we're working through as we're expanding our healthcare offerings there. All right. Is there anything else there in the chat, Harlequin, that we need to address before we wrap up?
No, I think we answered it all. There were a couple of people going back and forth about being with with a mortgage company, but yeah, I think that pretty much does it.
Awesome.
Super excited about what's about to happen.
Exciting times ahead, and this is only going to come to fruition for those of you that take this and run with it. So take it and run and invite some people to come look at what we're doing. And in the process of that, start getting customers. You don't have to choose one or the other. You don't have to go get your customers first before you start recruiting, and you don't have to go recruit first before you start getting customers. Do both. And that's what I have done all along. I've been inviting people to come take a look, and if they want to get started, great. It doesn't mean that you got to stop what you're doing when somebody starts. In fact, you're just going to put them into the system and have them go through the getting started. When they get started, you want to make sure that they read their welcome letter and that they understand how to log into their back office and where the Agent Resource Center is on that dashboard, and then say, okay, first step, you need to go watch the Getting Started video. And if you're serious and you want to build a team, reach back out to me and we need to get a game plan scheduled. If you're new and you have no clue how to do a game plan, then whoever your team leader is, if you're on Harlequin's team, Harlequin will be happy to help you. If you're not under someone that is actively building the business, I'm happy to help you do a game plan with that new person, not for you, okay? Want to do it with you so that you're on the call too and you're learning in the process. But we're here to help you. Game plans, David used to say, do a game plan with everybody, but we all know, we realize, and he realizes that it's not good use of our time unless it's somebody that's really serious about wanting to take this to the next level, wanting to shoot for that super trainer, get to team trainer rank, and build a solid organization and build a business. Okay. So let me know how we can help. Otherwise, I hope to see you at 11:30 tomorrow on our DAC healthcare updates. Again, new stuff tomorrow, so make sure you plug into that and then invite some people, come out for our noon biz op, and then again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. with the biz op with David Russ. I appreciate you all for being here tonight. Hope to see you tomorrow.